Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today we're working on week 3 of Sunshine on My Mind from Fort Worth Fabric Studio. It's their mystery sew along for the spring, and the fabrics you guys know are so beautiful. I'm excited to do the blocks today. Today it's called the Sour Star, but I think it should be called the Smiling Star. I'm renaming it because it's so pretty. It makes you smile. So this is what it looks like. So this is what we're making today. We're making 2 of these guys. So I already made one to show you guys what we're making, and we'll do the other one together, but make sure you make 2. This will go a lot quicker if you chain piece some of these. Again, we're making some flying geese like last week, and then we're also making these cute half square triangle corners, and we're going to do the 4 at a time method to make it a little bit quicker. So let's get started with the Sour Star, aka Smiley Star. Here are all the pieces for the Sour Star, Smiley Star. This is the center, so I'm going to set that guy aside. These are going to make the half square triangles, the 4 at a time method, so I'm going to put those right sides together and set that aside for now. And then we're going to make the flying geese. So you need 4 of these per block, or 8 altogether. We're going to do it the same way we made the flying geese last week. So draw a line corner to corner on the back of your squares with your favorite marking tool. And we're going to go ahead and sew these together. Okay, I'm going to trim that off. And then we'll give this guy a press. Grab my iron. All right, now we'll do the other side the same way. So from the top left to the middle right. All right, trim this guy. Give him a press. All right, so that's our flying geese, and like I said, you're going to have 4 for each block. So I'm going to set that aside. The next thing we're going to grab is our pieces to make the 4 half square triangles per block. So that's one of your background squares and this cute floral print on green. So we're going to do the 4 at a time method with this one. So what you're going to do is you're going to sew all the way around the outside edge of this block. So a 1/4 inch all the way around. You can either sew off the edge and then cut your thread, or you can just go all the way around. I usually sew off just because I'm not really good at judging where to turn at the 1/4 inch. So like that. I've got one side, and I'm going to sew down this other side. But if you're really good at judging where the 1/4 inch is there and you can just pivot, that will work too. or if you have a machine that has like a marking like that. Okay. All right, so now if you've got a rotating cutting mat, that will be helpful in this step. There's a lot of thread. This fabric is a little bit phrased a little bit, so be careful with that. But anyway, if you've got a rotating cutting mat, this would be a good time to use it. We're going to cut diagonally this way and then the other way. So vertical and then horizontal, or whichever way you want. But both ways on the corner to corner. So I'm going to cut this direction first. And we are trimming these down, so there is a little bit of room for error. So it's okay if they shift a little bit. Or if your 1/4 inch isn't perfect, don't freak out. It'll be fine. Alright, so you should have 4 pieces like that. And now we're going to press all of these open and then trim them down to 3.5 inches square. So I'm going to put some juice on those. All right, now let's press these and then we'll trim them. Now, if you have the Clearly Perfect slotted trimmer, you can trim these first before you press them. Or if you have the block lock ruler, now would be a good time to use it to trim these down to 3.5. Whatever your favorite tool is, I'm just going to use a regular ruler because I know a lot of you out there don't have the specialty rulers, and you really don't need them. If you have them, great. If you don't have one, don't feel like you need to get one. You can do just about everything with a regular ruler in traditional piecing. There are rulers that make things a little quicker and simpler, but you don't have to have them, and so I like to show you without it. But if you do have those things, they might be helpful here. All right, there we go. And I'm going to grab my ruler so I can trim these down. And again, trim to 3.5, and we'll be taking some fabric off of all 4 sides. So plenty of overhang. So I'm just lining up that 45-degree line on this ruler and finding the 3.5 inch marks and trimming off each side. Just like that. So there's a bit extra. So that's plenty in case your 1/4 inch wasn't perfect or something like that. So don't worry about that. All right. All right, those are all trimmed. Now we need to sew this block together. So we're going to sew it together. We're going to put that center there. We're going to put our flying geese on either side because this time we are making a star. Last week, remember, we turned it around to make a square. This week we're making a star. So make your green touch your lemons. And then you're going to have your white pointing in towards the lemons and the flower on the outside of this block. So the flower part is making the outside corner. Just like that. Very pretty. Love it. All right. I will be right back. I need to go check on one of my kiddos and then we'll finish sewing this. Okay, well, kiddo taken care of. I apologize though because I thought I hit record and I didn't realize it till I ironed these pieces, but I already sewed these together. So now I need to sew these rows together. But you just sew the flying geese onto the center and then your corner half square triangles onto your flying geese. I pressed the top and bottom row out away from the flying geese and I pressed the center row in towards the solid piece. So now they should nest up really well, so I'm going to go ahead and sew that together like that. Side's done. Now we'll add this side and our block will be finished. My youngest little boy Henry, he loves to come down here when I'm sewing. So he wandered down here a minute ago. And he just loves to like look at the fabric and push the buttons on my machine. So he had come down here and he said this fabric was pretty, and I agree with him. All right, there we go. All right, there's the whole block. I need to press it yet, and then I will show you both of the blocks completely finished. Okay, so now you should have 2 sour star blocks or smiley blocks, smiley stars. I'm renaming them because they're so pretty. They make you smile. So you should have 2 of those sour star blocks and 2 of the lemon square blocks. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Let's see them next to each other. Oh yeah, can't wait to see what's next. So I hope you'll join me next week for another block and the final assembly. I will see you then. Take care and have a wonderful week. Bye.